my mistakes.
All right. How about now? You guys can hear me? No?
Yeah.
All right. So.
Hmm.
All right. Let's see where we are here. I'm guessing you guys can't hear the music. Or can you hear the music?
Yeah, we can hear it. I can hear it.
Just fine. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Great. I just got to lower it because this shit is loud as fuck. Let's try it now. All right, there we go. You can hear me just fine. Everybody's good? We're good?
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, so when we last left off, our intrepid heroes were at the Helios penthouse. And they were trying to debrief Agent Smith, who reluctantly has been drawn into this scenario. And he's still not 100% on board with the plan that Crimson Sage had brought to his attention. Now the question then becomes, what now? Because Noctum still has Lily Chen in his stasis field that is his swallowing void. The Twitch is in the process of recovering his drones, and that leaves Emerald, Noctum. Everyone's at the penthouse trying to figure out what to do next. That's what the next steps are. So I don't see Crimson Sage. Sage, are you with us right now so that you can be a part of this, please, sir?
Give me a minute.
Okay, so while we're waiting for Sage, that just leaves the floor open for everybody else. So
Gotta get off the swing.
That's just... I don't want that picture in my head, please.
I had a delay. it took a couple of seconds to hit me.
Yeah, I do not want that in my head. All right. So Sage is the one that brought Smith. Smith, he sees the layout. He's like, no, nice place. Okay, so it's approximately 3:30 in the morning. You have 5 hours until the deadline to release the Shepherd has elapsed or the remaining three. The remaining three heirs and heiress. No, they're all heirs now because you have the heiress. All the heirs to the industrialists and tycoons and power brokers are no longer amongst the land of the living, and a threatened plague is to be unleashed onto the streets of Gotham, New York City. So, Smith comes in, and he sees your bar, and he's like, "Is this okay?" He's like, I don't."
Bar? What you mean, drinking bar?
Yes. Is
I
that okay if I get a sniff? I think I need one. I think I've earned one.
I nod, and I wave him over.
Okay, so he goes behind the bar. He's looking around. He's like, that'll do. He gets the most expensive bottle of whiskey and pulls it down, cracks it. He sniffs. He's like, oh, you guys know how to do it up. And he takes 2 quick hits and then pours a third. And he's like, okay, lay it on me. What do we got?
So that's all based on whether or not I got that file for him.
The clean file.
Yeah, you were able to get the clean file once the analyst got the authorization, which he did. He uploaded it to your tablet.
All right, so present him with all the clean information that he needs. While he's surveying that, that's when I knocked him to the side and have that conversation that I had with him. Chat.
Okay. That's on YouTube.
Oh yeah, after you say that last bit, yeah, you won't see any facial movements because I'm in full wraith form.
He's in his wraith form.
Can't hear you.
You can't.
How about now?
Oh.
No, not you, Mike. We hear you. We don't hear Lou.
I hear you guys.
Because he muted himself.
I muted myself so that you guys can talk, and then I kept talking because I'm a fucking Momo. So go ahead.
All right. So.
Surge.
Yes.
Whatever it is you need to tell me, son. You're not one for keeping secrets.
Keep it up.
I don't like to, but unfortunately, right now,
no, I'm on mute.
I have no gauge. I have no center. I
said I'm on mute.
I'm at a loss. Problem is that I don't know what actions will make things right, and I know nothing about this science stuff and the chain of events and the variables and all that other stuff. I'm just a tracker. I'm just a fighter.
That would be nice.
All right. Well, you've already mentioned a highly advanced AI, got a team of people that they could make them. So
yes,
this is of interest.
Yeah, I've come across something that is that potent and that lethal.
And based on your response earlier, you come across something that solution turned into.
Okay, I can hardly hear you on that one.
I said, based on your response earlier, it seems you've also come across something like what Miss Lily Chen turned into.
Yes. Yes, and believe me, it is nothing to be trifled with. It completely hamstrings every action. It keeps the enemy light years ahead of us.
I didn't say nothing. And yes, you said that.
All right, well, I think you should deal with Smith right now. Let him know what you know.
Well,
he's already seen the video of Chen.
Yeah, that's what he wants to see, is Chen. Problem is that I don't know if you guys have the facilities to bring her out. And again, I don't know.
No, No, we don't. I've already spoken to her, to multiple sources to see if they can provide anything because I'm not letting her out until I know she can be completely contained.
Yeah, and from my experience, I don't know what type of this might be. I don't know if the light, like I wanted Emerald to experiment with, would have any effect. Um, I don't know if this is the beginning stages and it mutates into that. I mean, things are so discombobulated right now. And
All right.
unfortunately, the information I have to tread carefully with what I say because I'm not sure what steps to take, and I don't want to put you guys.
Can I pause for a second? Did you let anyone else besides Emerald know about
No,
how you
Emerald's the
got?
only one that knows
Uh,
exactly
uh,
what's going on, right? And it was only to kind of vent. But since then, I haven't been forwarding information because I don't know if it's the right one or not.
Emerald
So
is the only one that you told me. I'm aware of that.
yeah. So if you're aware of it, that's fine. I mean, if she told you, that's fine.
No,
If
no, no,
you
no,
let me
no.
know,
I'm
if you,
aware. I'm aware out of character that Emerald's the only person you told. She hasn't told me anything
oh,
yet.
okay, all right. So so and at that brief moment, Noctum, you see me a bit more out of character than normal. In the sense that you're seeing me turn really pale. I'm starting to jitter, like have the shakes. It's not overly unnoticeable, but you're you're hearing me mumble something. What you can make out is that I keep repeating all those deaths, all those deaths, and you see me kind of zone out and just keep repeating that very low, like I'm spaced out looking into some detailed movie that I can only see.
All right. I put a hand on your shoulder. Sage.
So after a couple of minutes, I snap out of it. And I'm like, huh, what?
Yeah, Sage. I know PTSD when I see it. There's a lot that you need to tell me, but first deal with Smith. I'll forward the video to you.
Okay. So I walk back towards Smith. So what do you think?
um, I need you to walk me through this. This is a lot.
Okay, so based on the information that he has, what is it that he has? So I can walk him through it.
I'm gonna go get a drink myself.
Okay. So
What is the clean version that he
the
has?
clean version is everything without the mention of breaking of the B&Es. The fronts for Night Sky and Eclipse Shield through the public channels like their websites.
Mm-hmm.
Overlays of activities that happened between Twitch's chase scene, the the situation with Emerald arriving at the building, and it being what he did was he padded it so that it comes off from a third person view with bits and pieces of information that aren't proprietary.
Okay. So he or does he not have the list that he gave us, that the analyst gave us of the missing people?
Yeah, he already knows that, but yeah, that list is there.
So he is aware of the missing people from the company?
Oh no. We didn't discuss that, but he gave you that list, and that was an add-on later on. That was after he prepared all that information, and
No, I got that.
that was when you arrived. You had asked for that information, and that
Okay.
was what he was preparing. Everything else was already prepped. That was part of the packet ahead of
All
time.
right. So obviously he's aware that we attempted to save the girl. because we have her in our possession. There's no other way that it would be justified. So
Okay, so the part about you having the girl, that was left out specifically because of where she is currently. That was something that going through Noctum, he wouldn't want anyone else outside of the agency to know. And I'm going
the
going on.
explanation as to where she's being held.
Yes, I'm going on I'm just playing off of what we've done up to this point. So Noctum, if I'm wrong, let me know.
No, that's fine. I mean,
Well-
it's because it is because of the way she's being being held captive right now, or being held on
In stasis, yeah.
in stasis.
All right. So at this point, since I did forward the video on, I am willing to disclose to the FBI that we currently have her altered self in custody, but she is not safe to be around anyone at all. It's under extreme measures at the moment.
And what's this about a hazmat team?
That's because of the chin.
So
She
is,
has
is
been
she
infected with the virus,
and
with
is
the
she
one that they're claiming that is going to cause havoc and chaos, but it's going to cause much more than that.
so
gonna
she's
cause-
currently in whatever superpower that you have currently, and like if you revert back to humans, turning to Noctum, if you revert back to your human form, she'll come out.
Yes, Agent, that is most likely. And I don't want to take the chance.
And how long can you hold this form?
I can stay in this form for possibly an indefinite amount of time. How long I can hold her in my void is less in comparison. But long enough to keep her out of trouble for maybe
A month, a week, a day, an hour?
10 years.
Oh, well, that's reassuring. However, as a federal agent, I do have to remind you, and I would be remiss in my duties if I didn't remind you all that you are currently holding a U.S. citizen against her will. I am not in the process of explaining this to you. I'm not exactly implying that you should release her, given the information you've already provided to me. However, we need to come up with a situation that doesn't require her to be incarcerated in a stasis field for 10 years while her parents, her very rich and powerful parents, are trying to locate her.
And that's the conundrum. Because at this particular time in the stasis that she's in, she has no will, not of her own.
And how is that even possible? Is she like, does someone zap her brain or something? What?
In my void, there is no sensory perception of any kind whatsoever. It is literally a blink of time from when the person goes in to when they come back out again.
So however she went in, she comes out.
Exactly.
So if she was a raving lunatic that killed 14 people, she'd still be that same raving lunatic that just killed 14, possibly more people.
Yes, in fact, before she went into my containment field, something was starting to happen that might have even made her worse.
How could that possibly be worse? What do you define worse? Because everything that you've explained to this point, worse. There is no other. I don't mean to make light, but fellas, this is pretty bad.
Okay. This is the level worse. The infection can spread fast enough, like it would be a scene out of The Undead.
All right, like George Romero undead or like Walking
Any of
Dead.
them.
What are we talking about here?
Any of them.
How about World War Z? Mutated,
Yeah,
That
any of them.
like that,
That's how
like-
fast spreading it could be. The other part,
which you saw in the video, Agent Smith, was SPB level body horror mutation.
also understand that this may not just be biological. This may have elements of magic. Now, I understand you guys have a very hard time understanding that.
You mean like David Blaine magic or like
No,
Harry Potter magic?
Doctor Strange magic.
We
like
don't believe in the
real
Marvel
voodoo.
universe in this game. So, no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I mean, like
yeah, no, it's so wait. So like Dormammu, I came to bargain type situation.
yeah, but with the exception that there is no bargaining here. What these people want is complete and utter control, but they don't understand that they're ushering world destruction.
And by these people, you mean the Shadow Scales Syndicate?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, as you can see, we need all the help we can get. This is something that if we don't get ahead of now, it can quickly get out of hand without anybody realizing what's going on. And unfortunately, I think the other three are compromised.
Right, because you blew her cover, and you went in and recovered one, as opposed to all four, and then you didn't coordinate with any other agencies. You didn't call me and say, "Hey, by the way, we have her. We know where she is. Can you assemble a strike team?" You didn't do any of that. You just went in guns blazing, got her, compromised her, triggered and activated her. And now she's stuck inside of him for 10 years, potentially.
But there's more.
What? How could there possibly be any fucking more? Hold on. Wait. All right, go.
So, give me a moment. If Emerald's with us, or is she not?
Let's say, for the sake of argument, Emerald's there, y'all in doing her Brooklyn Texan.
So I pulled Knocked and Emerald over, and I'm like, I think we should tell him about the soldier. That wasn't a soldier.
I figured he would have done that already.
Hey Lou, why
And so
all of
he
this
turns to
happen-
Fortune. He turns to you, Fortune Teller. He's like, "And you, seriously, what's the get up?" And I don't understand. He's like, "Listen, I've seen my fair share of costume supermen and women, but what?"
I'm nothing fancy.
It's like you raided the Halloween shop and you didn't stop until someone told you to stop.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I think he's
It's
getting
like
saucy.
I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you on this.
Why? Because you
I'm
do
sorry,
not
it's
approve
like-
of my
I
costume.
it's
I
like-
have to wear something flashy for you.
I said flashy, no. Understandable, yes. You're with this group. I'm assuming you want to. You're a hero. Well, heroes don't look like medieval plague doctors. I don't know. Call me crazy. And that accent, where is that from?
Understandable. Iceland.
So you're an Icelandic plague
Plague
doctor.
doctor. Yeah.
Wait. At this point, he's already hit 5 shots of really good whiskey.
Oh, Lou, I'm gonna take off my mask and I'm gonna take a shot.
So he's like,
Oh, everybody roll a horror factor.
Factor. Make him roll hard factor.
All right. You're gonna make him roll hard factor because you're a big fat dick, but that's all right.
Yes.
He's like, no, yuck, no.
Mighty man. His Icelandic yell.
So he's just like, oh, Jesus Christ, put it back on. I understand the mask now. I get it. Somebody make him put that fucking thing on.
All right, so I bring up the information off of the soldier that we got that wasn't a soldier at all.
He's all right. So what am I looking at now? You told me you already told me that you had this was the packet. So now you're
No,
giving
this
me-
is part of the packet. So
Is there video of that soldier? I thought it was just descriptive.
no, none that you have.
Right.
So I go, this is part of the packet. So I go keep scrolling up and I show him all the information of the guy.
So he's like, wait, this is a nice guy employee, right? Like, why is this guy important?
Because he was class level A, military trained without any military background at all, ever.
You've confirmed this?
Yes. Also, the amount of time that he was missing, it's been a year almost.
All right, pause, back up. He was missing for a year.
For a year.
And now, and then he shows up militarily trained somehow? Am I hearing
I'm not talking about just basic. I'm not talking about a basic boot camp. I'm talking about literally inculcated in top-notch military branch, Green Beret, Navy SEAL, you name it.
Okay.
Oh, and when he died, he came back to life.
All right, pause again. So this guy's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then zombie
And almost compromised Emerald.
You mean the chick made of light?
Mm-hmm. Through
And
its brain, its blood.
Is it
According to the as you can see, the documented events.
Say, wait. Is this a guy that fell from the building?
Yes.
So he's dead again, or was he dead the first time and then and was the fall what killed him and then he rose, or?
No, he was dead inside before he fell out the building.
And how did he get dead?
I may have had a hand in that.
He's like, how did he get dead?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I may have, in my attempt to save my partner and the girl from a grenade, chucked the grenade back at him and it blew up.
So you left an enemy combatant, didn't report it, and are telling me only now after. Hours after.
You did want to get caught up to speed, right?
Uh-huh.
And you
Is
said...
there any other loose threads that I should know before I start tugging?
So that will be entirely up to Noctum and Emerald, whether or not...
So there are. Wonderful.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you, the GM. That will be up to them.
You need to say that.
I'm
way
specifying
before.
it now.
Okay. On Twitch, you had something. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna slide up next to the agent
and
hand him a fresh cup with rocks.
A
fresh shot glass with ice.
Oh, with the ice? Because you said rocks.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, is he giving him crack?
Rocks, ice. Duh.
Ice.
My mind immediately went to crack for some reason. I have no idea
No.
why.
Knowing his character,
What
yeah.
the
that would
fuck
be
is he
advisable.
giving him crack rocks for? He's like, yeah, thanks.
Yo, I'm Steve.
He's like, okay, so, and by the way, Twitch, your drone had was able to be recovered. You recovered your drone. So it's Birdie and the other one. Which is the other one?
Boom boom.
All right, so Boom Boom was the one that went in the water. Birdie recovered it. Your car's in the garage.
All right. So I gotta rebuild thrusters. So I'm gonna work on Birdie first, but it's easier. It's just a reboot of software.
Okay.
Louis.
Start working on that.
Yeah, let him finish. Is that it? Is that all you got? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, so he just like, thanks. And what's your part in all this? You seem the most out of place here. Aside from Dr. What? I wouldn't even say Doctor Who, just Dr. What?
Me, I'm just a mechanic and driver.
You must be a pretty important mechanic to be in this meeting.
Well, pretty good at what I do.
Second, isn't the Star Trek convention a couple of months away?
I guess so. What that got to do with me?
He said, wait, are those real?
I wiggled them.
He immediately, he's like, wait, are those real? He's like, oh.
That's funny.
It's like, so you're, oh, okay. Yeah, that explains the, yeah, okay. Mechanic, this group, sure. Yes, fortune teller, you had something.
Yeah, what I wanted to do was do a sweep of the penthouse. Walking, since it's a penthouse, I wanted to step outside, look and see what's going on outside, if I'm noticing anything, and also even the front door and stuff like that. Go outside the front door.
He's like, he's like, there is a SWAT team here. Does anyone order a SWAT team? No? Well, they are about to kill us. Oh, happy day.
I'm just double checking.
Hey, Lou?
Yeah.
I will double check with the tech team to find out where they stand regarding sweeping our systems and making sure everything is secure.
Sure.
And also touch base with the lighthouse.
Gotcha. Okay. First things first. The sweep from fortune teller. I mean, it's 3:30 in the morning. The air is still pretty warm. It's like 65 degrees, and the city, just the sounds of the city. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing. Nothing that triggers. Do you? Let me ask you this question: do you have any auto-triggered ESP abilities?
6 cents.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sense magic.
Iceland man. Tingling.
Anybody else have any other ESP or precognitive abilities?
I do for only self, but only if activated, and I don't have it active.
So when I ask if you have automatic precognitive abilities, that means shut the hell up. I'm not asking. You don't answer.
Motherfucker,
It's
you
not
said anybody
automatic.
else have any abilities. You never said anything about automatic.
I love it.
You can rewind your own tape, bitch.
First of all, you're showing your age. There is no tape. Okay? All right there, Warner Wolf. And I just showed my age.
Yeah.
Like reels for reels.
Let's go to the videotape, man. Okay. Your sixth sense doesn't trigger. Sense magic doesn't trigger. I don't think anything in the penthouse currently is magical or magical based.
I'm also gonna. I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm just being a little bit paranoid, in the sense of. I'm gonna do see invisible also.
Okay. What's the ISP? I know you have 4,000 ISP, but I still need to know.
4,000?
No, I'm exaggerating. But it's close.
See invisible is 4. It's 3.
Say what?
Sense magic is 3, and see invisible is 4. So 7 in total.
All right, no worries. I don't want to hear. Oh, I have 1 left. We used to do that back in the day with our OGM. he would assign us these ridiculous amounts of damage, and we'd be like, I have 1 hit point left. I can still fight. 3,000 hit points later, we're like, I have 1 hit point left. Until some stupid fat ass, hey, you guys are using the same colored dye. It blew up spots. All right. So nothing on the first sweep, nothing on the second sweep. See Invisible does not reveal anything. The See Invisible that you have is limited, correct? Because I think there's invisibility. You know, if there's invisibility superior, or depending on what it is.
The forces, the character can see forces, objects, and creatures which can turn, have been turned, or are naturally invisible.
Gotcha.
The creature has no physical form. The psychic will be able to discern the vaporous image or energy sphere, which is the being. This includes ghosts, entities, and astral form.
Okay. Good to know. Now, going to Noctum. Repeat what you were asking, and I'm sorry about that.
So first it was checking with the tech team to see where things stand as far as doing a sweep on our computer systems, and also assigning text to help Twitch go over his vehicle and drones. And then I'm going to pick up. I'm going to pick up on it myself shortly, but also checking in with the lighthouse to see what their status is, and see if they've noticed any intrusions, any attempts to get into the systems.
Okay. So as far as your tech support team, your IT team, they are currently scrubbing the system because there was a cyber attack. They don't know to what extent, how much information could potentially have been breached, but there was a cyber attack. They think they've been able to localize it to non-critical systems, but one of your analysts does remind you that this is the public face of the organization. People know where it is, and they do get cyber attacked all the time. Malware, Russian hackers, Chinese hackers, just regular old American hackers trying to see if they can get into our systems. They're constantly changing, security protocols and working through that to try to create a redundancy to keep attackers at bay, or just push them off into different avenues so that they go to nowhere. This particular attack, they're trying to triangulate it, but whatever they're using, it's a VPN on steroids.
I'm going to take a look at it myself from a console, not from my own worn equipment.
Okay.
And get an idea of what it is we're dealing with and how far ahead of the curve it may or may not be.
Yeah. One of your brighter texts, his name is Tim. Hold on, I gotta write my own notes, because if not, I'm gonna forget. He's your cyber analyst. So his name is Tim Stone, and he says he's going through it with you. He wants to show you what he's been able to find. He's the logic that this thing is using. It's multifaceted. It's sort of like a hydra. It seems to be learning. So he's thinking that it's the algorithm could be AI based because of the way that the attack is happening. It's not chaotic. It's targeted. It's attacking systems, and then when we defend that system or kick it out or reboot or just burn the memory, it then evolves a different tactic to get into our systems. He says the redundancies that we have in place are keeping it at bay. We think we have a handle on it, but at the rate of progression, it may breach our system, and we may have to burn it all down and rebuild the whole architecture at this rate. We need to figure out where this is coming from. This is the one that's attached to the VPN on steroids. He's thinking his theory is that it's an advanced AI that's designed to break into advanced systems. So at the rate that this thing is going, it could break into the Pentagon.
Okay, then we definitely have a problem. Is there any way we could set a trap for it? Something to poison it?
So we're formulating some theories. Any help that you can provide would be immensely great, helpful to seeing that happen.
All right. I shoot a message to Emerald because she's probably busy doing something else, and I go over to the console. Actually, no, I'm going to go to the computer lab.
Okay.
All right. So I excuse myself. I tell Agent Smith. Hopefully, Sage can keep you up to speed on whatever's going on. I have to look into something that is definitely a pressing concern.
Anything I should be aware of?
The possibility of a very serious technological threat.
I hear that, Lou.
Yes. Yeah, they're talking across the room. That's not.
Knock them.
Okay.
Wait, let him finish.
Knock them.
Yes.
You said a digital threat? Like something trying to enter your systems?
Yes, something highly advanced.
This is probably the same thing that Twitch's drone was taken over and tried to kill me. And not only that, even Twitch himself was attacked. Be very careful.
So, hearing that, I ask Noctum and the senior tech.
That would be
Tim Stone.
Tim Stone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The cyber analyst standing right next to me. Yep.
Okay. Is this virus looking for information and rewriting and copying that stuff at an advanced rate, even using your system against itself?
It hasn't gotten to that point yet, but I fear that's where it's heading towards. It is definitely a highly advanced system. It is seeking information, and it is learning.
Okay. Burn everything. Close off your systems. No, seriously. This thing is more dangerous. This thing is more dangerous than you think. It may just be in the beginning stages, but that tack sounds very familiar to another AI program that completely wipes out every information, leaves no trace, and it can't even be traced.
And it's alive at the same time.
Damn it. So I look at Noctum and I approach him. I think we're going to need to clue in Agent Smith on the information we got about the missing people. Because with what Tim found and what these missing people were experts at, it is not a far reach that these are the people that programmed it. And they're on the loose ends.
You've got clearance to tell him what he needs to know.
Problem is that in giving him that information, obviously we got it not the right way. That's why I'm going to you for the call on this, whether you want to or not. because not only are our systems that are at risk, everyone's systems are at risk, including theirs.
Mr. Stone.
Yes.
I walk over to Agent Smith.
Hold on. Yes. I'm sorry. Is it Agent the Fortune Teller, or is it the Fortune Teller? Or is it just Fortune Teller? And
Mr. Teller.
Mr. Teller. So wait, your first name is Fortune and your last name is Teller?
You could say that.
Wow.
Okay, question. When the thing attacked, does it know exact destination? Like, does it know about here?
Well, as I was explaining to Noctum, everyone knows we're here. Yeah, okay, let me just say.
No,
it's like this is the public face. This is where this is our HQ, public HQ. People know.
The penthouse itself. That's what I just want to make sure that this penthouse itself, does it know of this penthouse? Like, do we know if it came into the system in this penthouse?
I don't understand the question.
Okay, I'm not super techie. I'm trying to I'm processing in my brain how to from Iceland into English.
So glad there's nobody from Iceland watching this.
Never know. Okay. Like when it tried to attack, would it know of this property right here, this penthouse? Now, out of character, Lou.
Yeah.
This penthouse is our main headquarter base.
This is the public-facing location for Helios.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So then, all right. Okay. If
it's
here,
it's this world's Avengers Tower.
okay, perfect. That's all I need to know.
Okay.
If it's attacked here, we have serious problems. This is that same system is what made all the, how you say, propaganda going after Twitch. The same system. It took over his car, took over his AI bots. It did everything.
Wait, you know this for sure? How do you know that?
Twitch told me.
And he looks to you, knocked him. He's like, he didn't tell us. Why would he keep that from us?
This just happened, literally. And as it stands, I look at Tim. Shut everything down.
It's like, sir,
Burn and hard reboot.
that's going to leave us wide open. You do understand that? All our security, cameras, everything.
So we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
the thing is, if you let that AI get a whole foothold, there's no way of getting it out.
Can we just cut the internet?
It's not as simple as just cutting the internet. Okay, first and foremost.
Tim leans into you. He's like, is that guy serious?
First and foremost, isolate Twitch's vehicle. Twitch, sorry, we have to do this. Isolate Twitch's tech. That was the first point of intrusion.
Also, Noctum, make sure you isolate any other places that you communicate with, because we don't know if they've used this public face to basically piggyback onto any other systems you may have outside of here.
Twitch, I need to get a handle on what's happening here. I haven't even looked at the books yet.
1 second.
Let me handle my end of things.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
My friends, my team. I'm gonna pull out my cell phone. Can this be compromised too?
Of course it can.
Yeah, I mean, it's on if it has a signal, and it's not.
So I'm gonna pull out the battery, take the SIM chip out, break it.
Oh well, you didn't need to.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess that's definitely not going to be compromised.
So I look at Tim. Isolation protocols.
Yeah, so he his taps a couple of
All locations.
a couple of notes on his tab, and you can see monitors and cameras.
And I go over to Agent Smith.
So
Agent.
Smith is like, okay, what's going on?
Agent Smith, this possible AI, this Hydra-headed attack that's been happening here to us has already happened to one of our agents' vehicles, which is a highly advanced bit of technology. And based on what my analysts told me, this thing is dangerous enough that it might start going after government systems. This is new.
Great. So I have to make a couple of calls.
I would suggest it.
Excuse me. And he walks towards.
Also,
okay.
Smith, one more thing. There's some information that we're going to provide you.
Yeah.
It was not acquired in the cleanest way.
Yeah, I figured. I figured that. I mean, listen. I was born at night, but not last night. This was way too conveniently packaged. Your guys did a great job. Wonderful job. Great presentation. But every little bit of information outside of what you gave me, that just ruined how all the effort whoever put this together made. So I'm gonna need that. And it's like, is everything stored locally on this thing that I can use? Because
yes.
if I'm gonna sound the alarm here, I need some proof. I'll take the clean version and then work in the other stuff later.
Look over to his Twitch then.
Twitch is not there. Twitch has left.
Mr. Smith?
Yes. He's doing. As soon as he turns to you, he's like, yes.
Mr. Smith, if you are going to be stepping outside to make a phone call, I would like to go with you just for the simple thing and just to make sure that nothing happens.
He's like, I'm sorry, but this is going to be with my superiors. I can't have.
No, I don't care about the phone call. I just got to make sure that if anything is going to happen, I am going to be the first one that's going to meet it.
It's like we're 30 stories up. Is there something else I should be aware of? What the fuck?
Welcome to a Louis module.
Even the NPC's like, fuck you. No.
And who is this, Mr. Louis? Okay.
It's the hand that comes down out of the sky.
With the bench.
So I look at Smith and I say, whenever you're ready, one of my people will bring you to me.
Yeah. So he says to fortune teller, just give me a minute. 5 minutes, tops. And he slides open the door and slides it behind and flips open his. He has an old style flip phone. Because it's not. It's mostly analog. All you can hear is fuck. Behind the windows, like, fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuckity motherfucker. All right, so Twitch, you're in your vehicle. It smells like the Hudson, not the inside, the outside, but it makes the inside smell like the outside. So everything stinks. Repairing Boom Boom doesn't take that long, and it's not going to take as long as initially thought. He damaged the thrusters only enough to disable it, but not so that you have to do a full rebuild.
All right.
Okay. Birdie's in his charging port. I'm assuming they both have charging ports in the vehicle. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They got separate.
Separate ports. Okay. Birdie's in the charging port, and correct me if I'm wrong. Which one has the Spanish accent?
Birdie.
Okay. I thought as much. Let me write that down here.
Yeah, Birdie has my dad's voice, and Boom Boom has a little kid's voice, little girl's voice.
Latin elves.
Oh, we're from Spain, so.
Who knew?
That's the worst.
Yeah,
Spanish
we're hard.
list.
We're horribly racist.
So even Birdie's just like, sir, I am concerned that there's a problem with my system. My base code is being changed, and I am doing what I can to change it back, but I don't think I'm going to be successful. I must disable all of my wireless interface, and I can no longer charge at this port. I think the car is being compromised. I don't know how, but I have this, and it's like I was able to get this before my system was compromised. One of the monitors comes up, and you had Birdie doing sweeps. From its initial sweeps of the building, nothing came up. But as you were pulling out and it was trailing you to get into the river the first time, and then made your way out, and he was still trailing you, there was a signal. He registered a ping that that went over as a drone. Like his optics was able to pick up a movement that was obscured by one of the street lights, and if I'm trying to find the words here because I'm not a drone, and so this, by all, he comes up with a small schematic of what looks like a 4-propeller drone that's almost about a quarter of an inch wide, quarter of an inch thick, and it's the way that he put the schematics from that small interaction. This thing has the capability of being virtually silent, and there's optics all around. It has 360-degree optics, so you can see miniature cameras everywhere. And it's just, if this is what's been watching us, it's like it hypothesizes that this is what's been watching everyone. Not just this. He said there may be more. He wasn't able to triangulate its signal because it's highly shielded.
All right. I collect that information.
Mm-hmm.
I forward it to Nocto.
Okay.
Well,
first of all, the first thing, when you were there, this is as Noctum is initiating a shutdown. So you get that signal, and Birdie does let you know that Helios is doing a full system shutdown, priority 1. So this particular signal, this particular priority 1 alert is a burn signal. It's a burn notice.
Holy crap. All right, so
there is no sending anything to Noctum at this point.
all right, I collect the information. I'll bring it up to him.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut off all external connections to my drones and to my car.
Okay. I mean, they
So
still have
there's
have their independent systems. They're just not
Right.
wired together.
They're not wired together. They're not broadcasting. They're not receiving.
Okay.
I have to tell them what to do directly myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
So Birdie
I thought
Birdie said, "Do you want me to come with you?"
Yeah, I want you to come up.
All right. So he undocks and starts hovering.
The two drones are solar powered,
Mm-hmm.
so they have a battery. They're just docked to be docked
Yeah, that's fine.
for the most part. But they do have those solar
I'm
the
assuming.
sun comes up, they
I'm
can
assuming
recharge.
that they have operating times that exceed 24 hours.
Yeah, they got like 6-7 hours
Okay.
solar batteries.
Okay.
Both of them. change. So,
Oh, Lou.
Yes,
Real
sir.
quick, Lou.
Yep.
I didn't order burn and restart. I ordered isolation of all locations at the moment. We're
Okay.
prepping for a system burn and reboot, and we're also switching to analog communications.
Okay. Everything that he just said.
okay. I am going to go back over my car again because I thought I got rid of whatever was on there. So I'm gonna go check again.
What do you
go
mean?
through my systems. So the first time, remember that I found that dude in my that avatar in my system.
Yes.
And he put that program.
Yes.
I fried my brain a couple of times before I got the shit off.
Correct.
I'm gonna go back to see if it's back on there or not.
No.
So I'm gonna do a reboot of my car, the OS.
As a matter of fact, you don't on your initial diagnostic sweep, you don't see it, but I please roll computer programming. You're gonna have a -20 to that roll.
All right. Give me a moment because. Okay. Things I found. Just log up. There we go. Computer program.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6. The skill check was 91.
Skill check is
Successful check.
91. It would be a 71. You rolled a 65%.
So I made it. Right? Or is that backwards? No, that's wrong. I failed. I rolled a 91 and I needed it on the 65.
Yes. No, you got it right. Oh, that's right. Okay. So
I rolled a 91.
So we got it wrong. So you would have needed under a 45.
Yes.
Okay. Yikes. Apparently we don't know numbers. All right. As far as you can tell, you were able to remove that particular virus, that ice-esque, because that's how you were able to term it, that ice-esque virus off of your system, and you don't see anything else that's particularly wrong with them. You just have to you essentially just have to reboot it.
Well, like I said,
to get them back online.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. So I'm gonna go from earlier, from the previous backup, and I'm gonna load from there.
Okay.
So that would have been like a week ago.
So how long would you say? Because I can't say. How long would you say something like that would take?
I mean the tech is faster than everything,
Mhm.
but in the end, it's still the same amount of time. So I'm assuming it'll take about to load up backup like that, about maybe a half hour.
Okay. Well, the timer is on. The timer is on to get your systems back online. Okay. You make it back to the penthouse. You can. The Noctum is not there, but Agent Smith, Calavera, Crimson Sage, Fortune Teller. Agent Smith's on the balcony on his phone. Fortune Teller's staring at him like a stalker. Crimson Sage is, Crimson Saging, and that's who's when you get into the main foyer into the apartment.
All right. So as I'm walking into the foyer,
Mhm.
I'm pulling out my tablet, bringing up the picture and the schematic of the device that Birdie saw.
Yep.
and I come in like, hey guys, I think we're being watched.
Okay, so that would be more for
Everybody
Sage and
that's there.
Fortune Teller with Noctum out of pocket for right now with Analyst Stone.
So whoever is there in the room, I come in and I say it. I'm real loud about it too. Yo,
So-
guys, I think we're being watched.
I'll look at it, Lou,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna look outside the window.
He's like,
But I want-
Jeez. No.
So it's like it's 3:00, so it's super
Yeah.
dark, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use night vision and just scan the area to see if I see anything, just in case.
All right. What's the range of night vision?
I think it's. I'll tell you right now.
Psionic night vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like 1,000 feet easy. But let me double check the actual. So this guy.
900 feet.
Okay. Roll perception.
What is it? 20-sided?
It should be on the character sheet.
I don't think so. Let me see. Did I roll a 1?
I believe you did.
Fucking garbage! I swear. I think you do this on purpose, bro.
I'm sorry, what?
Just with that face, I just. Oh my lord! I just get so damn mad.
That's the Phoebus smile. All right, so you concentrate on and adjust your eyesight using your psychic powers, and the sky turns a bright gray. You can see, planes. There's a helicopter in the distance that you can make out its silhouette, but from your field of vision, you don't see anything that resembles what he showed you.
All right. Try and try.
He's like, Onga Blitz! Sorry. Got to learn some Nordic curses, bro. That's the next. That's your homework. To learn some Icelandic curse words. So for Noctum, I'll just say that eventually Twitch finds his way to you and shows you also what he found. The rough layout that Birdie was able to put together, and this has all the hallmarks of stealth technology.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that Birdie picked this up while you were outside the building?
Yeah, he
yes.
picked it up when we were out, and this is the last thing he saw before he got all screwed up.
Please tell me you took your car and your drones offline.
I just did it now. I took them all, turned them all off now. They're all on analog. They're not on wireless.
Birdie is with him at the point right now. Birdie's just like,
Birdie's
yes,
following
I
behind
am. I am now blind and crippled. Very funny. I really want to go into a Scarface accent, but I don't want to go over the top.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's definitely over the top, yeah. All right. I'm going to do a deep dive into reports in this code and what's going on with this intrusion. In fact, you got direct interface, don't you?
Yes, he does. He's had direct interface this whole time.
I need your help on this. Two
Sure.
heads better than one on this.
I'll help you.
I'll let you know. First, I want to take a look at the reports and see what took place. And that's what I will do. That's what I'm doing. I'm first looking at the reports of the intrusion and what took place and trying to assess how bad it is.
Okay.
I've gotten the verbal report. I want to see the details myself.
Okay.
And then move into figuring out solutions.
All right. So, by all accounts, personnel records for everyone at the penthouse. That includes personnel records for everyone below the triumvirate, or what do you guys call yourselves?
The Trinity.
Everyone below the Trinity has been compromised.
Oh. This is bad. All right. Now that I've gotten that part sorted out, what am I looking at as far as? So, Tim said possibly a learning AI. Let me take a look at my skills real quick just to make sure. Did I take AI? That's the big question. Give me a second. I'm just double checking my skill set.
Yeah, do you think? What is everybody else doing while Noctum is working his tech magic?
Me, I am getting ready to not look stupid, so I'm rolling up a dude.
What?
I'm rolling up an L. That way I don't start fucking spazzing all over the place.
Hilarious.
That way I'm like I'm having seizures and shit. I'm fucking using the computer.
All right, so AI is definitely not my area of expertise, but still, I'm gonna take a look at this to the best of my ability. And I look at Tim and I go,
It's like, sir, this is serious. He's like, this has familial information, personal contacts, next of kin. This is. It's like, do I even let everybody know? This is down to our security.
Yes.
This is down to our security.
yes. Everybody needs to make whatever preparations to protect their family, their loved ones, etc. And secure things. This could go south really quick.
Yes, sir. So he turns and he's like, people. He goes through his thing. So what are you guys doing?
I'm definitely comparing the list of missing people to what would be required to make an AI of this capability.
Based on their skill sets, years of experience, you could come to that conclusion, yes.
All right. So we're talking about something that learns at a geometric rate, masses information, rewrites code of AIs. That's definitely a scary concept. And in a short time will be able to infiltrate every system it chooses. All right.
Does he make us aware of the information that's been compromised?
Yes. He gave the order, while Agent Smith was still on the balcony talking, he does come over to you and let everyone here know, even including Fortune Teller.
That his systems were compromised as well.
No, that his information has been compromised.
Everybody's personal information is compromised.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Noctum, is that just the core or everyone in the organization?
So far, this is the only system that's been breached.
Everyone in this tower.
All right. You need to identify whether it's breach of the systems and also cross-reference if there's been any unusual call-outs.
I'm in the middle of that
personnel.
right now. I'm in the middle of that right now.
Oh, okay.
All right. I will also make notes, Lou,
Mm-hmm.
of the possibilities of designing a Hydra logic bomb, something for this thing to eat and choke on.
Okay.
Lou,
Yep.
I really don't have any personal information, so
Whatever
There is-
whatever information you had to provide in order to join this team has been compromised.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna show up and be like, "Hey, everyone, I'm from Iceland. Isn't that weird?" No, it's not
So,
gonna
Lou,
work. You're not gonna gold member yourself onto this team.
Lou,
Oh yeah, I am.
Solid gold. I gotta get that sound. I am from Holland. Isn't that weird?
That accent is definitely weird, that's for sure.
That's the accent you should have. The gold member accent. The look of it, the taste of it, the texture. I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, are you stuck?
Well, I'm
This
definitely
is
gonna look at
this
all
is deja vu
communications.
from the last game. He's like,
I'm looking at all
Okay, so the
communications
first thing I'm doing-
before,
Wait, hold
during, and after.
First thing I'm
one
doing
at a time,
is
please.
I'm walking out, like away from everybody, right? And I'm flipping the flip phone, right? And to the only number that's a contact there, I'm going to text, danger, information's been compromised at this location, possible my
To
information.
whom?
To the contact number, the only one that's there.
Okay. Oh, okay. There you are. I got you.
So I'm gonna make it short, basically letting them know that my information currently has been compromised. To be aware of the syndicate, the one that's trying to liberate Shepard, along with any other intrusions.
Okay.
So I'm not expecting any information back or any messaging back, but at least let my current sect through my grandfather know that shit's hit the fan.
Okay.
And then after everyone kind of does their thing, and then the dust settles a little bit, I'm gonna approach Emerald and Nako together, and I'm gonna pull them to the side.
All right, well, I'm down in the computer lab, so I'm...
No,
Yeah,
I'm
let
saying
me-
after you guys do what you're doing, and the
Mhm.
dust settles a little bit, then I'm pull you both of you to the side.
All right. I have a feeling that this conversation is going to end up happening in the end.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, walk me through the sequence of events from everyone, from the point where you learned of the compromise of the personal data of your staff and those underneath the Trinity. Let's start with Noctum.
All right. I'm digging into the data and looking at what I can do to counter this AI.
Mm-hmm.
On the list of possibilities is the logic bomb Hydra virus. That's definitely on the list of things. Making sure that all locations have been isolated, so they are currently on their own, and also switching to analog communications across the board. I'm going to reach out to my family, let them know they need to relocate temporarily
Okay.
to Aunt 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 Fanny's place.
My dear Aunt Fanny. Aunt Fanny!
Yeah, yeah. And also, ooh, give me a second, look at my notes. That. And this entity that Brody got a look of, does it look like something robotic? Does it look like something...
Well, it wasn't an entity. It looked like a stealth drone.
A stealth drone?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the what is it? It's as flat as an iPad.
Interesting. I'm going to have to go somewhere separate to do some searching. That doesn't compromise this location anymore. Try and find out who or what could have made that. Actually, no, I will provide this information to Smith because the government's always got something under their hat.
Okay.
And if they don't have something like this under their hat, then we have a real problem. Memorial station locations and prepping that system burn and reboot to be deployed at a moment's notice if necessary. And what was it about the firewall? Firewall and crack? What was that again? Firewall and steroids? Was that just of the intrusion?
Wait, was that question for me? I'm sorry. Your modulation was messing me up here.
Oh, let me turn that shit the fuck off. I don't need it right now. Yeah. So, what was that business about the firewall and steroids? Was that what?
It was a VPN on
attached?
steroids as far as trying to triangulate where it's coming from. If in fact it is coming from a remote location at all.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, that's the ground I'm covering for now.
Okay.
Also,
Uh-huh.
the passing on that list of missing people,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was something that Smith needed to see as well.
Okay.
So we can understand how serious the situation is regarding this construct, let's say for now. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
If I think of anything else, I'll say it in the app.
It's quite the to-do list.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to move to Twitch.
Me?
Yeah.
Just getting ready to do whatever Nocturne needed me to do. So I'm sitting at the balcony.
Nothing in the list that he gave me had you in mind. So unless there's something else.
Yeah. So like I'm getting mentally prepared to do what my mom made me to do.
Okay.
I'm also looking over Birdie to make sure he's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is just not normal, so weird.
Okay.
Other than that, that's it really. I'm not doing anything else.
Okay. Let's go to Sage. Aside from sending probably the most cryptic 3:30 a.m. Drunk text to your grandfather, what else are you doing? He's like, abuelo, danger.
Like a really bad Dora shit.
He's like, Peligroso, man.
You are stupid.
I'm gonna activate my observer awareness
Mm-hmm.
to see if I'm being watched.
Okay. Remind me what it is. In totality, what did you send in your text to your grandfather? What did you send in your text? You said it, and it's in the video. It's going to be in the video once I post it. Just remind me now, live, so I can write this down if it's pertinent.
I basically kept a very short message telling them that I got my information got compromised. The me from now, the information has gotten compromised.
Okay.
To watch out for basically the enemies that we're chasing and possible infiltration.
Okay. Okay. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. I give them all the information. Heads up as to who's the one doing the attacks.
What's the range of the observer awareness?
Oh, the observer awareness?
Mm-hmm.
I just activated it last, 15 minutes, I think?
Okay. So it's no range, it's just a duration.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's good to know. And this is not a passive skill, it's an active skill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's an active skill for passive means because I don't get told who's watching me or where it's coming from.
I get that part. The active versus passive is whether or not it's a precognitive or if it's something that you have to consciously activate. Okay. All right. Okay. And then we come to fortune teller.
I'm going to sit on the couch, fold my hands. I'm going to go into astral projection.
Okay.
And what I want to do is I want to scan the area in astral projection and see what's going on.
So you want to scan the astral plane in this room, or
yeah, basically
walk me
in
through
this
the whole
room.
thing.
So basically, where everybody is at. First, I'm gonna scan this room.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna go to where Noctum is at.
Okay.
Make sure that he's safe. I'm just checking on everybody, and I'm gonna basically just come out of be right at the edge of our perimeter, just making sure that we're not gonna, get ambushed by anything out of the ordinary.
So
like that.
The range of your astral projection is what?
What do you mean the range
Meaning
of my
how what's the radius? How far can you travel? Shit like that.
You could get lost. I'm not getting lost.
I get that. My point is, my questions. Okay, so to be more specific. So you're floating around and you're going to everyone's specific location just to see if there's anything in the astral plane surrounding them. Correct?
Right.
Okay.
Traveling in astral form. It doesn't even.
It doesn't
talk
give
about
a distance, or is it just a duration?
Range self.
Okay. And you can fly. Or
float.
You can float. Okay. So, all right. I have a different perception of astral projection. And I think it's a carryover from the last game.
Pardon the interruption.
No,
astral projection has two components. It's going into the astral plane or moving in the physical world in disembodied form.
Right.
Roughly moving at about Mach 1 if you choose to go. Travel to a different location.
In the physical world or in the astral plane, or both?
I think in the physical world, it is roughly Mach 1, but in the astral plane, it's actually even faster because you move into the astral plane at the speed of thought.
Correct.
Don't quote me on this, but I know that there are different components to it. And also, the physical body cannot be moved. If it is moved, the possibility of losing track back to the body is a real issue. And the longer one is out, the harder it gets.
To come back.
That much I remember for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I just wanted to refresh my memory because the way I use the astral projection, I use it as a MacGuffin in the last game, which actually worked out pretty well with Q, who I actually might invite into this game since we've lost a couple of players. He's a good player. Let's see if he's available.
Yeah.
Great if he joined.
Not at the moment, but yeah, he's out of the loop for some time now.
Okay.
And possibly for a while.
Oh, okay. So you keep in contact. You keep in contact.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
him? Okay.
Yeah, James is definitely in contact. So is Eric, and I'm gonna try and visit him soon.
Okay, cool.
I'll tell you the details off.
No, not that Q, not your Q. There's another guy that we
Oh,
were playing
Quan.
with. Quan.
Yeah. That Q. Okay, yeah. My bad.
My bad.
It's government out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I will assume. I'm going to assume that Emerald's probably not going to join us tonight. He's still doing whatever he's doing. He's just texted me, but he's watching. And I will assume that Emerald's taking the same steps you are as far as notifying his parents, which is a whole different interaction that will have to be done. As
it's probably on Emerald to notify that doctor's next of kin as well.
Correct. Yes, and then there's that. Because this is the first actual staff member that you've lost.
Yeah.
And then the nurse.
Did he die? The nurse is dead.
The nurse is dead. I meant the nurse, not the.
Yeah.
She's the first one you lost. He's in critical condition. By the way, when you did get the update, what I sent you is what the report was.
Right. Yeah, I saw that.
So.
And I sent you a message.
Okay. Which was pretty dire.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will start with fortune telling. Seeing as how you're taking the most active measures right now outside of Noctum. When you expand your consciousness into the astral plane, and do I have astral plane music for that? Yes, I'm going to do that. Matter of fact, let's do that. I don't know if you can hear any of this, but once you come into the astral plane, first thing, are you doing? Are you staying in the physical world, or are you definitively going into the astral plane? You can do both. I just want to know what your initial.
The first thing is, I'm gonna stay. My first thing is to do a sweep in physical world.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go into the astral plane and see what's happened, what it looks like in the astral plane.
All right. Coming out into the physical world, everything seems a blur because of the distortion in your astral form. You can see everyone's. You have a distinct sense of the auras of the people that you're looking at, from the technicians and the staff, of which this is the midnight shift, so it's not fully staffed. And you can see Smith on the balcony. You're following along to where everyone is. It's only when you get to Noctum that you're taken aback, because whether you're in the astral plane or in the physical plane, his entire aura is pitch black, and it seems to be pulling in. It seems to have a physical pull,
like a black hole.
Like a black hole, exactly.
I'm not gonna get close to it.
Yeah, so that, and you can feel the waves of dark energy that's radiating from him. So it's an outward pulses, and then it's pulling, and at the same time, it's pulling all energies, all positive energy, positively charged energies away from anything
That'll soon be an in-character talk. Don't worry.
And we are back. Gotham After Dark, DM Discretion, Noctum, Crimson Sage, Twitch, Fortune Teller, and Emerald, who is audio only for the remainder of this game. So I'm going back to
Fortune Teller.
Fortune Teller. Staring at Emerald, did you roll? You need to roll your horror factor.
Staring at Noctum.
Noctum. Sorry, my bad.
17.
Very good. You just eked it, and the reason why I say that is because it's not so much Emerald, but what comes with not Emerald. God damn it, Noctum. Excuse me.
You missed me.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he does.
There's something.
Is it living, Lou?
There's something about it. It seems it's the energy. The energy, as I described it, cold. It seems to have a darkness to it, more so than you've encountered in pretty much your life. It's hitting you with waves where you're starting to flash back to your memories, and you're seeing pockets of your own memories as they flash into your head, and it's causing you to have a pseudo physical effect where you're stumbling, even though you're not in your body, but you're the representation of your body, your astral form. It's like moving backwards away
I have
from
a
this thing.
mind block, right? Just in case.
I do. I don't know that's so much happens in your astral form, but that's an offline discussion. But I do understand that you have a mind block, an auto mind block. Now, when you looking at him as he's moving, you can hear his voice as it's trailing off and echoing, because his voice is already modulated as it is. It's even lower and more distorted as he's interacting with his subordinates, with Analyst Stone, Tim Stone, and they're having their tete-a-tete, and Twitch enters the room as he's talking with them, and you can hear him say, they're all trying to trade information. Assuming Twitch is waiting, Twitch was waiting with Noctum and Tim Stone. Yes.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
So
you can see Twitch. You can see his aura. It's not golden, because he is not a golden aura. In fact, he is quite inebriated, so his aura is like flickering with like little rainbow colors, like Skittles are floating all around him as he's altering his mental state. Stone is a little bit more clear, but his aura is completely just sucking up all the oxygen, the proverbial oxygen in this room. Now the roll was specifically because you can hear.
You do not belong here. You should leave.
That echoes all around you. Doesn't seem to you. None of them can hear it. You just instinctually look around for the source of that voice, and you just happen to look up, and all along the ceiling of that room, his shadow is projecting a shadow, and that shadow is stretching along the room, along the ceiling of the room, and you can make out like the whites of his. Think of Venom.
Right.
As he's spreading along the surface of the ceiling, it's undulating. It seems liquid, and from that liquid, as it's spreading along the room, you can see this weird serrated smile as the two fonts of liquid come down from the ceiling, and they open up to these sharpened claws as they're slowly coming towards you.
You do not belong here, traveler. He is mine.
Oh yeah, we need to talk.
We're gonna need to roll initiative.
Sense magic.
We're gonna need to roll initiative.
You said roll versus pee on yourself.
The roll was done already. He made it.
All right, I rolled a 2, so you got this.
Unless he rolls a 1, of
Unless
course.
he rolls a 1. Why
And
would you
now
jinx
rolled a
him?
one.
Now you
He
jinxed
sincerely
him.
rolled a 1.
He's already rolled a 1, so don't jinx him anymore.
No, he can't roll another 1.
Yes, he can.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not
no.
gonna
He's
Don't say
rolled.
the words like
He's
that.
rolled back-to-back ones. Remember?
The worst feeling in the world.
That's only because Jersey be
Asshole. Asshole.
That's the worst feel. That's the worst feeling in the world.
And
Wow,
you know
he
what?
rolled a 20.
He took that 1 and turned it into a 20. So you can feel this thing. What's making this even more menacing is that the energy that's radiating from Noctum, it's undulating. So it's going out and swirling him and coming back into him, but from his shoulders and his head, it seems to be funneling into this thing.
Okay.
So what are you doing? Sensing magic is just, I will tell you that there is no point to it.
He is shitting in his pants.
So you don't need to spend that action to sense the magic.
So I'm gonna do trying to think on what
So
exactly
he's just looking at it, he's like,
This thing, I'm not scared of it. I am not scared of it. I'm not showing any fear. I'm looking at it.
okay.
I'm gonna do my psychic body shield on me to protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my first attack because I have to put the body shield on. And I'm gonna try to talk with it. I'm gonna tell it that I'm not here. I am not here for him. I am an ally. You can have him all you want.
Hold on, please.
Damn, right to the wolves. Under the bus to the wolves.
Hey, no love, no friends.
How many attacks do you have knocked him?
Give me a second. In active form,
Mm-hmm.
in wraith form, it is 6.
Okay. All right, so actually, this isn't a 1v1, so I'm going to tell you exactly where we stand. You're going to get the bulk of your attacks. You're going to get two more actions before he takes this one. The things are coming down slowly. They're, like I said, the fingertips, there's 3 of them. 3, a thumb and 2, it's a nightcrawler hand. So it's coming down, they're just forming these jagged, serrated edges.
Okay.
You did the psychic shield. That comes on as a brilliant light. It would it takes like a second, like a beat, you know, like is it coming down? It's like, but then it just keeps coming.
But I made that comment. Does it say anything? Because I know it talks.
What did you say? I'm sorry. Repeat that.
I am not here for him. I am here to protect him. And if you're part of him, you could say I'm here to protect you.
Protect him. You can't protect yourself, trespasser.
Oh, yeah? Okay, I'm gonna do.
This is your second action. Wasn't the dialogue, but you have a second action.
Okay,
You have two more
No.
actions, so
I'm not gonna do nothing.
you're gonna hold them.
I'm not touching him. I'm just standing there watching it and seeing what it's gonna do.
So you're holding your actions.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now it's action, and I'm gonna make a roll here. What's the armor rating of the shield? Does it have an armor rating, or is it just STC?
No. It does have an armor rating. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you right now.
He's just like, what's going on?
Surprise, motherfucker.
It doesn't say.
So it's just STC.
Don't let me know.
Surprise, motherfucker. Left eyes, motherfucker.
It's rude eyes, motherfucker. Small, hard eyes, motherfucker. Now we're gonna need to speed this up, otherwise you're gonna lose your action.
Don't strike. I'm almost. Effective punch.
Oh, dang.
No AR.
What's the STC?
300.
All right, so that would be fortune teller. It's 150 to your torso and 30 to your extremities. That's what it's covering. Okay. What the fuck? That is a big ass mosquito. Get away! Get away! Die!
Get yourself some beer.
Bzz? Bzz.
My character's on in this game.
Not for nothing, but you did a really good job with that character, considering all the ailments that came with it.
Yeah.
That's what you want to call it? Ailments?
Deficiencies. Let's see.
Handicaps?
Handicaps. Very good. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. That works.
Take a look here.
Not every day you get to spit in the face of an angel. But we ain't that kind of angel.
Right, I remember that. That made me laugh.
He is not that kind of angel, so he's a stupid kind.
Okay, so he
Live
does.
1,000 years, have no skills.
He hits you with a
Sorry.
9. Are you going to attempt to dodge it, or are you just going to take the damage?
Or parry.
I'm gonna use my telekinesis to like grab his hands as a parry.
You know, I'm just going to tell you, in this form, telekinesis does not work.
Why?
You're an astral projection. So, whatever this is, you know. I'm telling you, just giving it to you. You know, its telekinesis will not work on it.
Okay, I'm gonna let it hit me.
Okay.
Just parry. The 9.
Can't parry.
Why not? You're made of the same astral stuff that he is.
He's not wrong.
I'm gonna use my hands to grab his hands.
All right, so you're going to attempt to grapple him. All right.
Yeah.
All you have to do is beat that 9. You're still going to take damage, but it will be a half damage.
Even if he beats the 9?
Yes.
Because he's grappling.
And I'll explain why. You grab it by you grab it by the wrists as it's reaching towards you, because as slow as that menacing hand drooping slime thingy seemed, when it made its lunge, it immediately the speed was almost so quick that it surprised you that you were able to grab it. You grab it by the wrists, but its fingers elongated and hit your shield and scraped all the way down to the point where you felt it in your mind. So what we're gonna do?
Retreat!
That takes 90 points of damage. You felt
Holy
it.
fuck.
So actually, it's 45. Excuse me, because it's half.
Still, what the fuck, dude? What the hell was that?
D10 times 10?
Then, bro, let's be for real, Steve. I can understand the way you rolled your character, but most of the guys in the game do well over 100 points of damage.
All right.
Yes.
In a sense, I'm just saying.
There's reasons why. I'm not just trying to OP this. Now,
Right.
you felt it. I need you to make a save as a Master Psionic. You're a Master Psionic, correct?
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to make a save.
That he definitely is.
Just that cool 10.
Well, plus bonuses, so.
A 5.
Okay. All of that residual damage, the 45, also attacked your ISP. So your ISP was drained from that as well.
45?
Yes. So
Wow.
you felt
Ouch.
that it just like pulled it right out. That's why I'm saying when it struck your shield, it went into that. Your shield is created as psychic energy. So
Okay.
it struck your shield, it reduced its effectiveness, and you felt it pull the energy, your psychic energy, from you.
All right.
So you're like,
Salute. I'm basically gonna go into frenzy mode.
it just went, ow!
Emotional
damage.
Sorry. Now, all right.
Emotional damage ain't even the word.
Hold on. I can tell you exactly whose round is it now. So you had two actions held, so you can do 3 actions now.
Okay. So I am literally gonna go into frenzy mode. Now that it has hurt me psychically, I will basically fangs will come out in my and I am going to do what is called they consider it. It is basically how vampires drain PPE. I'm gonna drain its PPE. I'm gonna feed off of it. Ouch.
Okay. So you're just gonna bite it.
No,
Oh,
you
you're
don't
just-
even have to bite it.
So you're just gonna because you have a hold on it, you're gonna drain its PPE.
Yes.
Okay.
Like it's basically like a psychic vampire
Mhm.
in the sense my abilities where I have to feed, so it hurt me, so I'm gonna feed off of it,
Mhm.
which I can either do through blood, I could do it through PPE, or I could do it through your super ability.
Okay, doke. Are you gonna commit more than one attack or just this one?
All 3 attacks.
All right. I'm going to stop at the first because we're going to do a couple of things. So what is the damage of that attack?
I don't even know.
What do you mean you don't know?
So when I read it in the book, it is in the Mega Heroes.
No.
When I read it, it just says that when I feed off of whatever, I could drain the PPE or I could drain their super ability or blood.
It didn't give you an amount?
Nope.
So what would that be? Well, we're going to have to figure that out. All right, so here's how that resolves. Given the information that you have that I have no intention of researching at this point. When you do that, what you pull into you is almost as if you, at the moment you pull it into you, let's just say for visual aesthetics, once you drink it into you, it's like drinking poison, because the moment you pull it into you, you can see your aura starting to shift and corrode to the point where you need to make a what's the roll? It's
Save versus lethal poison or non-lethal
correct.
poison.
That's
Get
it.
up, get up.
Non-lethal poison.
Get up on your
Well,
chair.
no,
Get up
actually,
on
it's
your
a
chair.
save versus lethal poison, and
What is
you get no
No,
bonus.
not your chair.
You
That
get no
chair. Get out of the
bonuses
chair.
because
Quick.
because you're in your astral form, so your physical bonuses don't apply. It's just
Alright.
a straight roll.
No. And let's fill your trick.
So it's a 14 plus.
5.
Okay.
Really?
Really, Lou? Really?
Okay. Take 100 points of SDC damage.
Ouch.
That comes out of your.
Owie, 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 owie.
So it's 100. Here's how I'll resolve this. Once you pull it into yourself, you're like, you immediately you realize immediately the mistake that you just made, because of whatever this is, the energy that it is comprised of is literally poison to your astral self. When you pull it in, you do take the 100 to the point, because at this point, with your SDC and your natural SDC and your hit points, you're going to be pretty much unconscious when you come out of it. However, as you let go of this thing and you feel this thing, you feel it coming into your body through your throat and your mouth and entering your chest and your stomach and your abdomen, it just turns into this roiling fire, and you start throwing it up.
Silly interloper. I told you you do not belong here.
He slaps. It takes its right hand and just hits you right, and you wake up in that seat. Everyone around you that was around you, Smith is like, "What the fuck is happening?" There's a couple of people that you guys get alerted. As a matter of fact, Noctum, Twitch, Sage. Were you there? Where were you specifically, Sage?
If Zeke didn't leave the room,
in relation to Fortune Teller, he's sitting on the couch.
So I'm right there with him.
Okay. So
because
when he's sitting on the couch,
it looks.
No, okay.
I'm still at the bar.
That's fine. So as you're drinking your drink, and Smith comes back into the room, and he's about to say something. He's like, "Is something wrong with this guy?" And you look at him, and you can see he's like, and what looks like blackened blood coming out of his mouth, and he just falls forward onto the carpet.
Oh, that's not cool.
You have 1 hit point remaining.
So he did 100 point. I got 160 SDC.
Not to your torso. It's 80 to your torso, 16 to your extremities. Remember, I'm doing it. I'm splitting it.
My psychic shield.
Your psychic shield did not. You pulled it into your body. Your psychic shield does not apply. So that's why. That's why.
You're telling me that automatically.
I'm not telling you. I'm telling you. There's a reason why
'Cause I didn't drain blood. It's an energy. It's PPE.
I understand that, and the reason why I'm saying, I understand what you're coming from, but
because if it's a demon, fucking energy is energy, bro.
No,
it has magic. PPE is magic.
it's not that.
It's kind of. I'm kind of feeling like it's bullshit in a way.
I get what you're saying, and I knew you were going to take that stance. And
Damn right.
there is a specific reason based on Mike's build. That's why this is happening. It's not.
Even if it's a demon, PPE is PPE.
It's not.
PPE to fucking do spells or to do whatever it fucking does.
Okay.
And if I'm draining its PPE, it's just a base energy.
Okay.
Because ley lines do not have alignments of evil or fucking good.
It's not a ley line.
Right. So if I'm
it's not anything. It's not anything that you can think of right now, but it is part of the way that Mike built this character. So that's why it's affecting you this way. Now, when you wake in enormous pain. That it's almost as if someone was pummeling you with spiked knuckles to your chest, to your throat. Your throat's on fire. It's almost as if you drank a fifth of Everclear straight. Your throat is burning. Your mouth is burning. Everything. When they sit you up, you can see the pool of blood that's congealing on the floor. And you guys see this as well. Now, you, Noctum, and Twitch get called into the next room. And they tell you something's happening with Fortune Teller. There's no alarm, so someone had to come get you. It's like, sir, there's something wrong with him.
I'm going to heal myself.
Okay. Which you can, yeah.
All right, Lou. Well, first off, we're using analog communication, so it's walkie-talkies, man.
Oh, okay. So then someone's, Agent Noctum, I think you need to come to the living room, please, sir. Something's going on with Mr. Fortune Teller.
All right. Hold on a second. Sage, talk to me. What's going on?
He's convulsing. He's waking up, but he looks massively drained and massively hurt. I have no idea what just happened to him.
All right, stand by. Lou? I will simply shadow step. I mean, I know the place.
Yeah, that's fine. You shadow step. Twitch has to take the long road. He has to use his feet while he's smoking. He's smoking like 18 L's on the way up.
Yeah, something like that.
He's got one of those monster Cheech and Chong blunts, and when you get there, you see the scene. He's the big pool of blood on the floor. He's sitting there, with the blood coming down his mouth, and he's you can see him concentrating to heal himself, like to get some of the vigor, but his skin is already. You're practically undead at this point, right, Fortune Teller? The way you
can't see him anyway.
The way you look,
the way he's dressed.
Yeah, so he's just, he still has his mask on. There's still those blood coming down the front of his vest. So nobody even knows if can see his face, just the blood. Now,
what the hell just happened to him?
Yeah.
Fortune Teller, what's going on?
I'm going to unleash a psychic fucking blast in that whole apartment.
Okay.
500 fucking ISP and knock everybody away from me.
What's the damage?
So if 200 was... What was it? 200 was 20d4 times 10. So 20, 40.
I'm going to ask you to explain to me how you're doing that in a fit of rage when you're supposed to not have emotions.
I have emotions.
Yeah,
I don't have memories.
Okay. Okay. You changed that.
Because you told me I can't have it.
Oh, that's right. Because of what you're doing right now.
So, fuck yeah, because I'm in frenzy right now. I have suffered insane amount of damage, and right now I look at Noctum as a fucking enemy. I don't know what it was, but I know it's part of him, and it fucking attacked me, and I didn't even do anything. So, yes.
I put the psychic finger in his ass.
Lou, is there a visual component to what's happening?
Nope.
No.
You can't see.
And no one has any precognitive abilities. So
Nope.
the psychic blast is a physical explosion.
It's just a fucking whip of super telekinesis around the whole room to push everybody away.
Okay. And you're pumping how much ISP into it? To do how much damage?
I'm pumping 200 ISP, and it's 20D. It's 20D4.
Here's why I'm going to say no. This is another self-destruct, and I'm not going to allow it because you're going to kill everybody in the room with that damage.
Yeah, even if I take half, which I take half in physical to begin with.
So what I'll say is you do the blast, but not enough to kill anybody, just enough to knock everybody off their feet, with the exception of Noctum.
Wait, what?
Technically, you're in shadow form, so you don't have a physical body, correct?
I do have a physical body.
Oh, you do have a physical.
Yeah, I still have a physical body.
Okay, so then everyone gets blasted back at least 10 feet. The windows shatter as he just... The thing about it is because he's wearing his mask, he just... As soon as you enter the room, into his line of sight, he just extends his hands and blasts everyone in that area and knocks everyone back. Yes.
Lou?
Go ahead.
While this was happening, Agent Smith was still outside.
Yes, he was.
So I'm going to go after him.
He was entering the room. Now, I will give you that you need to make a sense of balance roll, and then we're going to determine whether or not you can reach him in time.
Sense of balance roll. Got it.
Okay. So once you get knocked over, the windows shatter, and Smith's like, "What the hell?" Now, I'm gonna just.
Strike roll?
Yes, you're gonna. We're gonna make a. We're gonna make an opposed roll. I'm just gonna roll a d20. You can add your bonuses. You can't add the bonuses for your Sage Blades because you don't have them in your hand, and that's not the action that you're taking.
Actually, I was gonna do a gimmick.
All right. Well, then explain it to me, please. Walk me through it.
Okay. So, since you do know that I wear the Sage daggers,
I do.
Right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clip the wrist cable to the dagger so I can fling it, so I can ricochet it, so I can get it under him. So in that momentum, I can try and pull him back, giving me enough chance to try and grab him physically.
Okay.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I rolled a 5. The only, I guess, a 1 would be the only thing.
20.
All right.
Yeah.
So as he's flung into the air, you're like, and you catch him and pull him right back in as he lands on the shattered glass with a thud.
No, that's not on the shattered glass.
Anyway, so once everyone collects themselves, because this knocks out all the lights. This is just shit popping, all the expressive booze. Everyone is knocked. Everyone's knocked off their feet. Just like flickering lights as fortune teller stands up, staring at you, Noctum.
Dude, what the fuck?
Fortune teller, what are you doing? And I am definitely reaching for something. Let me just check my equipment list.
What demon you hold inside you?
What?
You are no hero. You are an apocalypse, a walking apocalypse.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, fortune teller. What are you talking about?
Sage, your observer awareness is now active. Something is watching you. That isn't already in this room, watching everyone else. Meaning people getting up and collecting themselves. Those who aren't superficially injured or, with cuts and scrapes.
Right,
Maybe
so
some minor concussions.
What I can make a determination of is whether it's tech or magic. So
It's
a perception.
I'm gonna say it's neither.
But I am being observed.
Correct.
All right. But it's not from anyone in here, obviously.
Correct.
All right. So
that's just a sidebar. So Noctum is asking fortune teller a question. Fortune teller responded. Go. By the way, Emerald, you're here too, so this affects you as well.
Fortune teller, what are you talking about?
Be up front with me.
I am.
You don't even know. But there is something, a part of you that is pure evil, pure chaos.
What's he talking about, Sugar?
I stopped. I lowered my hand because I was reaching for weapons because I thought he was compromised. What did you see?
I saw chaos incarnate.
Now again, no one can see his face, just hear his voice.
What about Noctum?
Same, can't see my face either.
Well, I mean, everyone's focused.
face is
Everyone's
faceless.
Everyone's focused on fortune teller at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, yours is a given.
If you don't know what you have, then you have been compromised. Understand. I've been knowing Emerald for quite some time, worked with her, and that's why I'm part of this team.
And that is why I was trying to kill you all, my friends.
Whoa.
Go on, I'm sorry. I'll mute myself.
But when I went into when I went to my astral form, you have something attached to you, something evil. Do you not know? Or you just say?
I can assure you that there is nothing I've done purposefully to cause that.
So
what's he talking about, Noctum?
We really don't have time for this, but short version. I tapped into a gravitic well.
You tap into a what now?
I tap into a gravitic well. That's what powers this. That's what powers the items I wear.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is hilarious. So, all you hear is, what the fuck just happened? That's Smith. He's just like, why am I covered in glass? What the fuck did you just do?
I'm gonna get up and shrug.
And then he just sits down. He's like, oh, I think I have a concussion. I need to lay down. Fuck.
So, Steve, I raised both of my hands. Peaceful gesture, fortune teller. I bear no ill will. Emerald is a friend. Sage is a friend. You are a teammate.
So tell it to the thing that is attached to you.
This is the first I'm hearing about this. This is the first I'm aware of this.
Okay. So, in your experimentations for your things that you do, somehow something got attached to you, and you weren't aware of it. But when he did his astral thing, he was able to see it, and it attacked him because of it. Is that pretty much what's going on, fortune teller?
You are correct, little man.
Okay. All right. Listen, we need to tackle one problem. We need to tackle one problem at a time. And obviously, Noctum was not aware of this. So, oh, and by the way, just to add, icing to the cake, we're being watched right now. Just to let you know. Damn it. Okay. So that's what caused you to convulse the way you did? To spew out your blood? Because, dude, you looked like you were in really bad shape.
Just say that I tried to defend myself, but at the same time, it poisoned me.
Ah, nice.
With what?
If I knew all the answers, I would tell you.
Hey.
That was very Icelandic. I like that one.
I know you've been through a lot, but there's no need to be touchy right now, especially in your condition. You're not quite.
I felt, then you be upset too.
Well, you got a point there.
All right. How about this? Unless I take direct offensive action against anyone in this room, any innocents, I don't think there's a problem. Obviously, you were spying on me and you bumped into something, and we need to figure that out. We can't do that right now because we have our pressing concerns.
It was I was looking to see if we were being spied upon. I didn't care about the conversations talking about techie stuff. I was more looking into what was around us. I had a feeling that there was things looking at us, spying on us, maybe from a different plane. And when I noticed something attached to you that is not even human, it is inhumane. It is savage. And you think you have it on a leash and you don't.
Would you like me to turn the system off right now? You understand what that unleashes, don't you?
No, absolutely not. Only because I would like to see if we can actually cure this girl. Because I honestly don't want to kill her. That would be
Neither do I.
Dispatching her would be of no consequence to me. But I do not want to do that to her. She is an innocent in all of this. And
I shoot you a sharp look, or I turn and look at you quickly, and then I look back over at Smith.
While Smith is nursing his head, he's lying.
Yeah.
He's lying. He took one of the cushions that had flown off the couch and put it under his head. He's just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Hangover.
All right, so I look directly at you, fortune teller, but I say this so that everybody hears it. Okay, then. So the problem is I'll wield a dual-edged sword. Fine. It's what's keeping everybody safe right now. You're going to continue to wield it until it becomes a problem. And then I hope you have a solution to deal with what comes out when I turn it off.
What? What are we talking about here?
So Lou,
I don't know what's going on.
Short version. I
Got
guess
it.
Noctum was dealing with some power source or some new method of trying to obtain the power of shadow, and
And it's actually dimensional.
and actually ended up attaching himself to something that he was unaware of.
Maybe something supernatural.
Maybe I don't know because it.
No. You seem to understand. My character is upset this. So let's just say this in character. Everything you just said means nothing to me.
No, yeah, I'm saying it in character.
Oh, okay.
Lou,
Yes.
big diagnosis on Smith.
Oh, okay. He has a severe concussion.
Okay, treat him.
As soon as you get near him, he's like, no, whoa. This is just fucking stay away from me. You've done enough. Please.
So Lou, I shadow step back to the computer lab, and I also call over the radio for medics on that floor.
Okay.
Mr. Smith, let me help you. I'll be able to take care of the symptoms that you're having.
You're the cause of the fucking symptoms.
He ain't wrong.
So I'm gonna heal him.
Isn't it touch?
Yeah, healing touch.
All right. So you touch him. Like he has his eyes closed. Like he's trying to fight because whatever sparks of light that are coming through are really fucking with him because of the concussion. So he's like, no, don't. Oh, fuck. All right. I'm good. Could you please stop fucking touching me?
Oh my god. This is so fucking hilarious.
Finally, he gets up. He's like, "Thank you, I guess. Now, can you please explain to me what the fuck? What the fuck?"
Taco Tuesday.
And on that, I'm gonna end it today. So, for Noctum Crimson Sage, Twitch Emerald, and the fortune-telling murderous maniac, I am DM Discussion. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much.
I'm good at something.